When they're asking what topic you would like to assign to them.
Who have business in Ukraine as well as in Russia, and
Sir, your
their
voice
business.
is little dull and we are not able to hear you
Could
properly.
you raise your volume, man?
Yeah, okay. Is it okay now?
Slightly
Yes.
Can you hear
dim.
me? Okay, I think it's because of the headset. Just give me a second. I'll take out the headset.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir.
Lovely. We will talk about the impact of war on the world
Is this
and
better
on
now?
India. Current war.
Yes, sir. Sir, your voice is clear now.
Okay, great. So as I was saying, it has not affected me personally, but I know few people who have business in Ukraine, and their business has been affected.
So
So
there was
they,
a children. There was a student of
Oh,
India.
yes, there was a student also of India. He died in Ukraine with the missile of.
So it's very good you
yeah.
all know a little bit about the war. So let's have this
The
topic, man.
newspaper, the
We can ask
headline
them
of
to
the
speak for
newspaper
2
is
minutes.
always based on Ukraine.
So please, I leave it to Mayank now.
Okay.
yeah, I think Sir has already mentioned. The somewhat of a topic that is this war. I mean, it's because of the modern times. Is war become inevitable, or is it? I forgot what your topic that you mentioned. Is it something to do with
I think
our wars easier?
I was suggesting, has modernity diminished the chances of war or increased the chances? But that may be
Okay.
difficult for them. Let's just give them a more easier topic. What do they know about the current war and how will it affect India?
Yeah, I think that's good.
So who would like to start? Please go ahead. How has the current war affected India? And what shall India's stand be in this war? And what you
Sir,
know
can
about...
I start?
Yes, Gaurav.
Good morning, sir. Sir, my view on this topic is, sir, as we see in today's time, there is a war happening against Ukraine and Russia, sir. It does not only affect India a lot, but it also affects
Gaurav,
whole
can
of the world.
you switch on your video? When you are speaking, I request everyone has to switch on the video.
Sir, I am visible.
Yeah, very good.
Good morning, sir. Sir, my view on this topic is, sir, that in today's time, the war is going on between Russia and Ukraine. So, sir, this war this war does not only affect India, but as well as has an impact on many countries and all over the world. So, on India, it has many huge impacts. Like India have a good relation.
Gaurav, we can't hear you. Please check your mic.
You are on mute, I guess. Bhai, you're on mute. We can't able to hear you.
Money value, etc. So it has a huge impact, and also it most importantly it and most importantly it some means that all the relations of the countries are also get affected like NATO, UNO, all the treaties and organizations are suggesting not to do war, but the Russian President Vladimir Putin uh, decided to fire a nuclear bomb on Ukraine. And so, sir, all country leaders have respective views on their offside. Uh, some are in the favor of with Russia, some are in the favor of Ukraine, and this creates the difference between the thinking of all the leaders, which enhance in the creation of the world war, which is a very critical condition if there is world war happens. So at the end, I want to suggest that uh, on this view, the all leaders or people or like mainly the Russian president or Ukraine president think about on this and think on the solution how this problem can be solved without happening of the war. Thank you.
Good, Gaurav.
So can I start now?
1 second. You said decided on nuclear attack. So here the tense problem is there in your sentence. They have not decided on nuclear attack. They have threatened, or you should say, they are likely to decide.
Okay, sir.
Mayank is saying that he is not able to connect. So let's continue in the meantime. Yes, Khushi, you want
So
to?
can I start? Yes, sir. Today's in newspaper and news, we only used to see the headline based on Ukraine and Russia's war. It is a major cause of World War III. It's used to affect India also in economic effect, like it's difficult to India choose the one country because India also have a great relationship with Russia, and even with Ukraine. So it's little difficult to India to choose one country if World War III happened. And it also affect the economy and a friendship and the relationship between the countries of India. And I guess sometimes it's like difficult to choose one side country because the if the people the if the majority of the country will be at Russia side, the Ukraine will like be a dead country. But if the majority of a country will be at Ukraine side, then it will dead of Russia. So I guess the Russia is little bad or negative side in this matter, because he just sent some nuclear rockets or missiles to Ukraine, as many people died also from it, and there's many Indian also. So I guess it's major cause of World War III and economic effect of India.
You mentioned Russia is more negative.
Yes,
Better
sir.
phrasing would be Russia is more to blame.
Okay, sir.
Russia is more to blame, or we can say Russia's role has been worse. In a war,
Okay, sir.
often many
Sir,
parties,
even
both
the
sides are.
Russia also helped India in several wars, even with the Pakistani India war or China or India war. So I guess India will be take side of Russia, but like we all know that Russia has sent some nuclear objects or nuclear power and missiles on Ukraine, that major cause of the death. So it's little difficult to choose.
Yes.
Sir, can I
I
speak?
have a different opinion, but I'll come in the end. I think Mayank will also explain who is to blame more. But right now we are focusing on your expression, on your sentence construction. And the important point to note here is that we have to use better adjectives. Negative is a very general term. We are here to assign blame and see which party is more responsible for the horrible condition. So we will say Russia is more to blame. Russia's role has been irresponsible or it's disappointing. Okay. Yes, Gagan.
Sir, can after Bhai can I speak?
Yes, yes. After Gagan, Bhavya will speak.
Okay, sir. Sir, can I start?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir, and everyone. Today I'm here to present my views on today's topic. Sir, as we see in today's news, the most popular news is that the Russia and Ukraine war. And one of the biggest reason of Russia and Ukraine war is for NATO. Sir, Ukraine wants to join the NATO, which has not gone well with the Russia. Russia didn't want Ukraine to join the NATO. As if Russia thinks if Ukraine becomes a member of NATO or he joined the NATO, he would become closer to the Russia's border. And if the Ukraine joined the NATO, he
Gagan,
will
one
become
second. I have repeatedly asked when you are speaking, you must switch your video on. From next
Yes, sir.
time, we will have to halt the speaker who does not have his video on. Okay, I have repeatedly mentioned this.
Sir,
Please
can
remember.
you, sir, I want to say something that, sir, I not able to open my camera because there is a power cut from last 1 hour.
Okay, that is fine. But otherwise, you must keep your video on. Yes, Gagan,
Can
go
I
ahead.
start now?
Yeah, we can see you now. Good.
Sir, as I am saying, the biggest reason of Russia and Ukraine conflict is for the NATO. Russia doesn't want Ukraine to join the NATO, as Russia thinks that if Ukraine joins the NATO, he would become more powerful or more powerful than Russia, and he becomes more closer or Ukraine comes closer to the Russian border, which is very bad for the Russia and Russian soldiers. So Russia didn't want Ukraine to join NATO, as if Ukraine joins the NATO, he also tries and gets the external powers from the other countries to and they attack on Russia. So, sir, due to this reason, the conflict between the Russia and Ukraine arises, and the conflict between Ukraine and Russia started from the 24th of February, and we India also having a negative impact of Ukraine and Russia war, as it gives some negative impact like sir economy, and sir number two, the feeling of studying in abroad, as like the sir many Indian persons are living in Ukraine or Russia, and many of them are going there for studying. Many students having dream to study in foreign. So sir, the as the war begins, and we see that more than 2.5 lakhs people of Ukraine were shifted to the another country. It gives a very bad impact on Indian people's mentality, that and they think that if we go to other countries and we go to other countries with taking a very heavy risk for our life. So, sir, this is also the one issue according to me. And, sir, the one more reason is that, sir, the relationship of India and other countries and other countries' relationship with India were also getting weaker due to all these reasons like war, sir. So, these all are my points. Thank you, sir.
Good, Gagan, very good. There are some language errors, but it's very good. You have so many points. Try to
Thank you,
stick
sir.
to the time limit. You are in first semester of law.
No, sir, I am in second semester, sir.
Okay.
So,
and
sir, second year, I am in fourth
Third.
semester, sir.
Fourth semester.
Sir, fourth semester.
Which
Sir, fourth
university you said?
Sir, I am in FIMT college, Fairfield College, sir.
Where is it?
Sir, in Kapaseda, sir. Near, sir.
This is
Dwarka and
IP University?
Yes, sir. My college is affiliated to GGSIPU, sir.
Okay. And you stay in Model Town?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm also in Model Town. Good.
Oh, sir.
Okay.
Very close to.
Mayank, have you been able to join?
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
And
good. Would you like to
I
correct his
heard-
language?
Sir, can I speak?
Wait. We will comment on his language, then you can speak.
yes, I was able to hear Gagan, and
Yes, sir.
I think yeah. So you spoke confidently, and you were able to make good sentences, and you had very clear thoughts. So I think it's good the way you are presenting. It's just that, as Devesh sir also said, that maybe you need to, have a little more, better in your grammatically forming of sentences, because somewhere some sentences there were some grammatical errors. So
Okay, sir.
maybe shorter sentences which are correct in terms of grammar.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so you were able to
very-
present your views clearly. Yeah, but there was somewhere like you were, the way you use pronouns. You know what are pronouns?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so where you used pronouns, so like you were saying, okay, Russia, he is going to attack. So Russia is not a he; it's a country.
Okay, sir.
So you
Okay.
so you don't say that, okay, he is going to attack. He's not your friend. You understand? So
Okay.
we use he or she for people, not
Yes,
for
sir.
countries.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So so that is one thing, and
Sir, we use
other
the
smaller
for countries.
grammatical things. Sorry.
Sir, I'm saying we use the for countries and things and objects.
Yeah, the anyways is the is not a pronoun. So it is a pronoun. So we use it for objects.
Sure, sir.
Okay, sir.
And
Okay, sir.
Gagan, I just noted that
Okay.
you said the Russia. The should not be preceding a proper noun. Okay. Proper noun is the exact name of some country, some person, etc. We never use the before a proper noun. Before common noun you can use, before abstract noun also you can use, but जब किसी का नाम लेते हैं तो उसके पहले दा नहीं लगाते, except in some very, the Punjab you can say, the Ganges you can say, but generally we don't use the Russia, we will just say Russia. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank
This
you,
is
sir.
very important point pointed out by Khushi also, and Mayank ji also said. So all of you should remember this.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
now Khushi, Bhavya, you wanted to speak?
Sorry, sir, but Bhavya has went to washroom, so it may take
Okay.
a little
Okay.
time.
Okay, welcome Vandana. Vandana
Hi.
is also our teacher. She will be taking up from April. Is it right, Vandana?
Yes, April.
Yeah. Today there was some confusion about the timing, so not many people have been able to join. But Mayank is teaching today.
Right.
Mayank, you may not be knowing Vandana is also from our 1980.
Bhanu,
Cambridge.
yes, Bhanu's nephew, I know.
You know? Okay, great.
Yeah. I'm in touch with Bhanu.
Sorry?
I'm in touch with Bhanu.
No,
Thank
today we have Mayank. Mayank is nephew of Bharat.
That's what I said. I know Bharat, so I know it's the nephew.
But do you know Mayank beforehand?
I don't know Mayank. No, I just know that he's
That's why I was trying to introduce
Banu's
him.
nephew.
He's based in
Right.
Gurgaon.
I
Mayank,
have
you can
something to
introduce
say.
yourself meanwhile before Bhavya joins.
Sure. I am Mayank Bangia. Yes, you're correct. I am Bharat Tangya's nephew. And in fact, we also used to stay very near to the Cambridge Junior. So we were on New Rohtak Road. I think the junior school was there, right?
Yes, on
And
Road Trip.
I know a lot of my friends also who have done their school from the same school, but
Mhm.
much junior to you. So I am 95 batch, so obviously much junior.
No, I passed out in 80. I'm the same batch as Banu.
Right.
Vandana, you are teaching also. So
Right.
that's
Yes, I'm
excellent.
teaching also.
Yeah.
I have a grad and a postgrad in English literature from HRC, and the master's classes were held in the arts faculty. And I've been teaching here. We live in Pune now, so I function from here.
In Pune.
Yes.
So Khushi, has Bhavya joined?
No, sir. Let me call her. Oh, sorry, call him.
No.
Sir.
Okay, we'll wait. There's one more error which
Okay,
I detected in Gagan's speech. He said,
Yes,
these
sir.
days, most popular news. Gagan, we
Yes, sir.
won't, that's not a very good usage. These days, most popular news, most prominent news is a better word. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Popular
Okay, sir.
tells about the reception of the news. But what we are indicating is how much the news these days is dominated by the war in Europe. So prominent or dominating news, okay, instead of
Okay, sir.
popular. Khushi, you want to add something?
sir, I'm thinking points. So,
Since there are only Khushi and Gagan, maybe we can extend this to Khushi or Gagan only talking a little more about what they think about this war. And see, you already raised your points, but do you? I mean, do you think it will impact India in some way? What?
Sir, my personal experience that my class children are saying that if the World War III will happen, then it will be like offline school again. So, like, it's amazing, but sometimes it's very sad for us because we haven't went school for 2 years. So I guess if the Russia and Ukraine war happens, so it may cause little difficulties for us also, because if one country needs our army, because the India army is third largest army in the world. So the pupil and the World War III will happen, and the pupil of our country also have to join, and there will be more crises, and so it may cause little difficulties for India economy, and so I guess both of the countries should be stay in peace and just leave the war and just solve the problems that are coming in between them.
Okay. So
Bhavya is
you know,
joined.
Khushi, this time I was just trying to. Okay. Yeah. So maybe Bhavya can speak first.
So Mayank, go
Namaskar,
ahead.
sir.
If you want to correct
Is he there?
Khushi at any point, that's very important. Please.
Namaskar, sir, and my
Bhavya,
dear
wait
friends.
No,
for a
it was a
wait for a second.
general.
Mayank is pointing out. Yeah.
Sir.
No, I'm saying it was general feedback. So maybe once Bhavya completes, then I can talk to everyone. General.
Okay.
Namaskar, sir,
So
and
okay,
my
Bhavya,
dear
you can start.
friends. Namaskar, sir, and my dear friends. I am Bhavya. Today, I want to speak on this topic. So, sir, the war at this time is between Ukraine and Russia. The main problem of this war is that Ukraine wants to join NATO, but Russia disagree with this point. And first, I want to tell the full form of NATO. NATO full form is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So, the Russia think that if the Ukraine join the that NATO, there will be many problems to him. Like the Ukraine border will be touching to the Russia, and it can also attack on Russia. And next point that I want to add is, if India give the if the India be with Russia, so the Ukraine will feel that he is not he is not with me. I will be not giving him anything. And after that, if he will joining if he will be with Ukraine, then Russia will be thinking that I helped in 1991, 1999, 1964, and 1971, but he do not help me in my when I am in a situation. He don't. When I am in a difficult situation, he do not help me. So, sir, America will be totally making pressure on India to be with the Ukraine, but sir, I think that India wants to be with the Russia, because Russia also helped us to be. We have to also help in the difficult situations. Thank you.
Okay, good. So good again, Bhavya, nicely put. You have good views, and you've been able to communicate properly your thoughts, your ideas. General feedback about what I was going to tell Khushi, and I think this is relevant to you also. Uh, See, you should try to make complete sentences. And there is in English grammar, there is a concept of verbs where something is future tense, present tense, past tense. Okay. So you should be careful when you're talking about something in the past tense or in the future tense, and then make that sentence accordingly. So अगर किसी के बारे में past की बात हो रही है, तो वो past tense में ही उसको sentence को form करो, और verb को भी past बोलो. So like the war happened in so and so year, or it was. अगर कुछ future की बात है, तो you want talk about future, then say okay, this will happen. So try to use the correct verb when in the sentence according to what you want to say. If it is a thing about the past, or about the future, or about the present.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
sir. Sorry.
complete sentences. Try to make complete sentences. So each sentence, technically, if you look at it in grammar, each sentence has a subject and a predicate.
Okay. So I think most of us have again joined. So I was just saying that what are the biggest shortcomings that pinch and which I would like to see removed from my country's flight, you understand, condition today in my dreams. Apart from more honesty, which I want to see in my our public life, our family life is very good. Unlike India, in Europe and in West, family bonds are breaking. India is very lucky. Otherwise, I think many Indians would have gone mad. There is so much misery, so much poverty, but it is our family bonds which give us solace and which give us strength. This we should definitely strengthen and retain further. We shall not allow our family institution to go down. Unfortunately, it is also getting weakened because of westernization of the negative kind. There are many good things to learn from the West, like work culture, like freedom of the individual, but also there are some negative aspects, and their biggest negativity is that family is breaking down in the West. So in my dream, definitely India is a proud country, but on the negative side, one, I mentioned honesty, and second, health. When we compare Indians to even Pakistanis or Pathans, or we look so such midgets. Midgets, you understand, slightly dwarfish, uh, because our health conditions are not good. It is not just because of limited hospitals and lack of good doctors, etc. Mainly it is because our water, air, and especially our food chain is badly contaminated. Contaminated, does someone understand what is the meaning of contaminated?
No idea, sir.
Contaminated means polluted uh, with chemicals, etc. Okay. Pollution has a broader meaning, but when we say the food chain is polluted, we use the better word contaminated. Harmful substances जब किसी अच्छी चीज में ऐड हो जाते हैं उसको बोलते हैं contaminated. Okay, our food chain is badly contaminated. Even our farmers are using excessive pesticides, etc. So I would definitely like Indians to have better health, live longer, and especially live healthy and longer. These are some of my dreams that I thought I will add, but you have all mentioned very good ideas about. Another bit subtle point that I would like to add is that we shall not talk in just in terms of idealistic solutions. See, intelligent solutions and smart solutions are those which are not difficult to implement, but which have been highlighted or brought up through intelligent thinking. Like for example, when I say there are some simple solutions to happiness. Happiness के लिए हमें बहुत सारी मुश्किल चीजें भी करनी पड़ती हैं, पर एक चीज बहुत आसान है जो हम सब कर सकते हैं. Don't pay too much attention to what others say about you. दुनिया में थोड़े से लोग हमें प्यार करने वाले हो, बस हमारी फैमिली हो. बाकी लोग क्या कहते हैं क्या नहीं कहते बिल्कुल सोचना बंद कर दो. इससे हम काफी हैप्पी हो जाएंगे. So this is an intelligent solution to happiness. It is not an idealistic thing. Idealist जो होते हैं वो ये जो idealism में ही बात करते हैं, वो कहेंगे योगा करो, तपस्या करो, मेडिटेशन करो, वो सब भी ठीक है, लेकिन जो बहुत सिंपल सॉल्यूशंस है हैप्पी रहने के लिए उनकी भी तो बात करनी चाहिए ना, उनको हम कई बार भूल जाते हैं. So similarly about dreams for India, we have some simple things which can be done, which are not very difficult. I'll give you one example. I was talking about health and the fact that criminals have such a free run in our country. Suppose we add military training and NCC as a compulsory subject in high school and colleges. It will be such a solution to our weakness that many of us are very timid, especially those who get into studies and who are all the time studying. They end up being even more timid. In any case, it is our cultural weakness that we are not bold like Pathans or like Germans. We should not generalize too much, but most Indians on average are less bold. And in martial arts, a big portion of India, Sikhism is that way very good. Sikhism teaches you to be bold. These good qualities we should pick up. since our culture is not giving it to us in adequate quantity, our education can do it. Suppose we are all taught like Israel does. Everyone has to go through military training unless you have some medical reason. So that, like, today Ukrainians are fighting very hard against this bully Putin because they are culturally equipped for that. I don't think we will be able to easily fight. It's good to be non-violent, but if there is a need, we shall have the capacity to fight. Fighting fit होना चाहिए हमें और थोड़ा सा आना चाहिए judo karate. And I think our education is harming us by not giving us this. In fact, it is diverting us towards too much sedentary bookish knowledge. To correct that, NCC marks should be added in your, even in your IAS exam. Then we will have a much better fighting fit citizenship, citizenry. Citizen का citizen is common noun, उसका हम collective noun जब बनाएंगे citizenry. Now I would like to ask you, what do you think about my view? Pragati, what do you think?
Yes, sir.
Do you agree or try to disagree? Give something.
No, sir, I agree with everything you said.
नहीं आपको disagree करना चाहिए कहीं पे, so that we have some intelligent discussion. Khushi, you try.
So, sorry, so what?
Try to counter my argument. And I mean, first of all, can you summarize what did I say?
Yes, sir. So you said that we should live in the peace. Every citizen of our country has to learn some improvement or some physical things like karate, judo for their self safety. For example, Israel had done, but it's not. He's not showing that in the wars because he want to live in peace. Otherwise he can also he can also just send their people to fight, but they only want peace and just kindness between countries.
Good. Like you would like to counter my argument?
No, sir. This what have you said is totally correct. That every citizen of a country or all the world should we live in peace. There is nothing to fight, and the person who is fighting like soldier, and if he died, the family, which family he belonged, like it's maybe like little difficult to handle that their family member has expired. So we should live in the peace. So it's totally correct.
Anyone else wants to counter my argument? Kushi left out one major point in what I said. I have also given a solution to how it can be done. What did I tell about the solution? The point we are making is that we are very harmonious, tolerant people. It's good, but we shall also be fighting fit, so that criminals and invaders, etc., cannot easily subdue us. But how it can be done, I have given one solution. What is that? Gaurav?
Yes, sir.
I have offered one solution by which we can easily curtail our cultural weakness of being very, or being not very bold, not very healthy and physically fit. Like me, I have had health problems from my childhood. But too much studying in this kind of education system has worsened that. So I offered a solution. What is the solution? How can we become more fighting fit? Gaurav?
Yeah, yes, sir. Sir, as you tell
As
the
you
people
told,
have
yes.
sorry, sir. As you told that some people have physical problems for since their childhood. So, sir, uh, that doesn't matter. The matter is thus that how that the how he or she will use that
No,
face
no,
that problem.
Gaurav, you did not get the point. What I'm saying is that our education system actually worsens these problems because of too much emphasis on textual learning, exams, written exams, study, too much uh, emphasis on just reproducing knowledge on the answer sheet. And I offered a solution. What is the solution? Lovely. Do you
Sir,
remember what is the solution I offered? Okay, I'll repeat. See, there is a very
Sir,
easy
could I,
solution.
could I, could
Sanjay,
I,
yes, yes, please tell.
as you said, sir, we have to mandatory the NCC or the military training in our schools, and
Yes.
those are eligible to get the training. They must be, but maybe the negative impact for doing the mandatory things, and which happened in Germany, like the Nazis and fascism and Nazism. So we have to take care whether while doing this we are not moving towards the Nazis or the fascism ideology. We have to make our balance also.
Oh, definitely. But Nazis became dangerous because they taught ultra nationalism. Nationalism is love of your country, and ultra nationalism, it is also called jingoism, xenophobia. All these are synonyms of the term ultra nationalism. They imply hating some other country, hating your neighbors. We shall never hate anybody, we shall only love our own country. That is the solution of avoiding Nazism. But we should be fighting fit. There is nothing wrong about that. It's good for personal health also, and it is also good for our capacity as collective community. एक सबसे शर्मसार करने वाली बात होती है कि ये पूरी भीड़ घेरा बांध के देखती रहती है और एक गुंडा बदमाशी करता है और हमें हाथ चलाने भी नहीं आता, उसको खाली डिसिप्लिन करने के लिए भी। मैं भी ऐसे ही हूँ। अब ये नहीं होना चाहिए। If we are all fighting fit, we can control these ugly incidents and culprits much more easily. We shall not have to depend upon police everywhere. It can't reach every crime scene immediately. But if the citizens themselves are bold and fighting fit, it will be good. But it will not happen unless not only NCC is made compulsory, except for those who are not medically fit, but the marks on NCC are added not only in your degree, but also in your selection as IAS or judge or on these top exams, even in your IIT. There's 10% mark should be for such skills. Now, our Prime Minister is emphasizing skills, but we are very slowly changing the system. Why should only textual knowledge and calculus, etc., in IIT be marked? At least 10% marks should be for character, for personal fitness, for your NCC record, etc. also. Then all parents will start inspiring their children to give attention to these other things also. Otherwise, they will not change. Just because they want to become IITians or IAS or judges or whatever, people keep on giving too much attention to just textual knowledge. But if marks are added for skills in all selections, like I was there in the selection of teachers, and I was giving marks also for their most important quality in a teacher should be their high character. So I asked every teacher, what is the most noble thing that you have done in your life? I gave marks on that. There were other members in the selection panel. They tested their English or they tested their knowledge of the subject, etc. But I emphasized this point also, and this was appreciated. The most important quality for a teacher, for an IAS, for a judge, is how strong are you in your character. This is not given any marks. Why should it not be prioritized? We just ask textual questions even in the IAS interview. You come from Murshidabad. Okay, what is the gross domestic product of the district? Okay, these things should also be tested, general knowledge, etc. But some marks should be kept aside for your character, for your fitness. IPS officers are selected who can't even run for a mile. Isn't this bad? If these top positions are filled on the basis of 10%, just 10% marks or 20% marks assigned to skills and fitness, etc., then I think the whole country will change very quickly. Because parents invest a lot in their children's education. But why should it be just textual knowledge? Now I'll again ask, do you still agree with me
Sorry,
or
sir. Sir, can you please repeat 2-minute lecture again because there was a network issue, so I was not
okay,
able to hear
I'll
you.
request someone else to repeat my point. So that will be a revision also, and Khushi will also get what she has missed out. Lovely, आप help कर दीजिए. What is the last point I mentioned? Sanjay, you would like to?
Yeah, sir. You mentioned while the recruitment process, we have to check other things also, and we have to give some extra marks like their physical strength, their moral character, their character, and their fitness also, their other training skills if he has. So we have to evaluate their other skills also and give the marks in the our selection process. If a person who is not be able to run and he is selected for an IPS officer, so he will not be perform well. But if he is having some NCC certificate and he is physically fit and he appointed as a IPS officer, so he will perform well in the future. And
But
he
do you
will
think
be
it
able
will
to.
really change our country, our society in such a big way? This
Yes,
simple
sir.
reform, there is no expenditure required. Uh, it will bring a balance in personality development because Indians are good students. We are not like Africans. But the education system itself has some shortcomings. If these shortcomings are removed, then much better personality will shine out. Khushi, did you get the point now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So Khushi, when you become education minister, implement my suggestion, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we come to a conclusion now. And tomorrow, Mayank sir will teach you at 7 p.m. Okay, please remember, you will get the link, but please remember tomorrow's class is at 7 p.m. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
Sanjay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We had a very good discussion, and thank you for suggesting the topic. Good
Thank you,
night.
sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Namaste, sir.
It is right now. I mean, we don't know because it is still going on, but maybe after 15 days, 1 month, we'll start realizing there will be severe financial repercussions, which can affect not only the world economy, but also the Indian economy. Russian economy is already suffered. And so if you imagine for someone who is, let's say, doing business with Russia, there is going to be a huge disadvantage. There are some, I mean, the Russian currency has already been devalued, and the Russian market has crashed. So there are a lot of things which are happening. And so war is generally not good for anyone. So I don't know what will happen, but my view is that the sooner they stop it, it's better for everyone.
Good. Excellent point. So with this, we come to a close today. If anyone has any question, or if Mayank wants to say something, otherwise, Mayank, next Wednesday, you'll be coming again.
Yeah, Wednesday, 7 p.m. This time is okay with me.
So this time I will again announce. So Wednesday time is 7 p.m., not 8 p.m. And we end today's talk, and see you all tomorrow. And we'll meet Mayank on Wednesday, next Wednesday again. Thank you, Mayank. Thanks a lot. And good night, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
sir.
everyone.
Bye, sir. Good night. Have a nice day.
Good night.